Byakuden Senior High School Student Council Room, 4:30 p.m.
おい生徒会長、明日だぞ。
Hey, Mr. President, don't forget about tomorrow.
何がだ?
What's tomorrow?
蹴り入れていい？
Please tell me I can kick you.
却下、何があるんだ明日?
Absolutely not. So, what's happening tomorrow?
こら! 生徒会室で暴力行為は禁則と定めたろ!
Hey, no violence in the student council room. We've been over this.
知るもんか。忘れてる方が悪いもん。
It's your own damn fault for forgetting.
やめな! こちらに非があるなら謝罪する! まず聞こうじゃないか!
Ow, stop, please. If I've forgotten something important, I sincerely apologize. So just tell me what it is already. Use your words, not your feet.
この部屋の徹底掃除だよ。見てこれ。何これ。片付けろっつうの。何この玉入れのやつじゃん。体育祭いつだったよ。
It's this room. Spring cleaning? I mean, it's full of balls. Is this a storage shed or something? How long has it even been since a sports festival?
ああ、そういえばそんなことを言っていたか。一体
Sorry. Oh yeah, that's right. You were asking to schedule a cleaning day. Ow!
忘れてたでしょ。
You completely put it out of your mind, didn't you?
いや、記憶はしていた。僕も美月の意向には。
No, I swear I penciled it in somewhere. Your recommendations are important to me and to the student council as...
普通に喋れ。
You're a person, not a corporation. Talk like one.
ああ、忘れてたさ。俺だっていろいろ考えることがあって忙しかったんだよ。会長だからって何でもかんでもみんな俺んとこ持ってくるしさ。悪かったな。
Fine, I forgot, okay? It's not like I don't have enough on my plate as it is, so do you have any idea how much I'm expected to do? I'm sorry.
許す。
Good enough for me. I forgive you.
なんだ
What's your problem anyway? Wait, what?
初期としての進言です。たまには言い訳くらいした方がいいよ。男らしい生徒会長もかっこいいけどさ。
Have love for your trusted clerk. Sometimes you just have to admit your mistakes and move on, though the manly approach to presidency has its merits too.
美月。
だが戦線離脱は許さないからな。逃げられると思うなよ。
Just make sure you keep at it. Desertion is not an option. Don't think you can run away from your post if the going gets tough. You got that?
わかった。
Yeah, I got it.
わかんねえやつだな、ともひろ。ミンコは俺の嫁だっつってんだろ。
You just don't get it, Tomohito. Ego is my bride, so hands off.
いや、譲らないぞ。涼介にはナナさんって人がいるだろ。ダマタとかマジないわ。
Like hell, I'm not giving her up to the likes of you. Besides, you've got that Nana girl, right? Don't you dare two-time her.
バカ。3人からモテて初めてリア充だろ。上皇。
You're so clueless. It only really gets good once you've got at least 3 girls. Everybody knows that.
楽しそうだね、それ。ゲーム？
Sounds like you guys are having fun. Is that a game?
おお、山本。お前もやる？タッチペンでグリグリしてチューするゲーム。女の子3人と付き合えるぜ。
Oh, Yamamoto, you want in on this? It's a game where you can use a stylist to massage and kiss girls, and you can go out with 3 at once.
何?
What?
ハマるのはいいけど、一人に絞れ。
I'm glad you're enjoying your little romp, but keep it to 1 girl, you lowlifes.
いって。
Ow!
あんたら、明日のこと覚えてるんだろうね。
You two remember what tomorrow is, right?
何でしたっけ？
What's tomorrow? Oh boy. I had no idea any of this was going on in the student council room that day. I had other things on my mind, specifically a certain boy. Byakuren Senior High School, Class 2-4, after school. My name is Toko Kirasaki. I'd been waffling for quite some time on whether or not to say anything, but finally I decided to bite the bullet and ask his best friend Kirasaki.
ゆうやってさ、彼女いるの？
Hey, quick question. Does Yuya have a girlfriend?
あ、いや、あいつ今フリーだと思うよ。なんで？
No, I'm pretty sure he's single. Why?
狙っちゃおっかななんて。
Well, I kinda might have my sights set on him, I guess.
マジ？おお、いいじゃん、応援するよ。
Seriously? Wow, that's great news. I'll definitely be rooting for you. Oh, but...
でもあいつな、女の子といてもいっつもつまんなそうにしてるから、付き合えても切り先があんまり楽しくないかもしれない。
Well, he's not a particularly sociable individual when you get right down to it. Just going out with him might not be all that fun for you.
でも確かにゆうやってモテる割に手とか全然出してこないって女子はみんな言ってるな。
But I hear that despite his obvious popularity with the ladies, he's never once so much as touched anyone. Yeah, he's not sociable. That's what he just said.
それって悪い印象？
Isn't that kind of a bad sign, though?
クリーンなイメージ。
No, quite the contrary. It gives him a nice, clean image. Okay.
おお。
Oh. This was Kensuke Kirasaki, who'd known Yuya Kizami, aka the boy I liked, pretty much all his life. I figured I'd come to him for all the information I needed in my conquest, since he was pretty much guaranteed to know Yuya's dating history. And so far, things seem to be going really well. I mean, not only did I confirm Yuya wasn't seeing anyone, but I got his best friend's blessing too. And confirmed that he really wasn't the showy, obnoxious, cool guy type. That suited me just fine.
黒崎、ほら。
Kirasaki, hey!
ウィ！
Kirasaki was understandably rather startled by the extraordinarily agitated female voice that suddenly rang out from behind his head. But that's Hellgirl Mitsuki for you. She was standing in the classroom doorway, arms folded across her chest, looking like some angry deity about to cast judgment down upon the world. And she had that deathly gleam in her eyes, the one that could fell the mightiest warrior before he even had a chance to draw his sword.
今日は生徒会室の徹底掃除するから来なさいって言ったでしょ。
Didn't I tell you today was spring cleaning in the student council room?
いや、俺今日部活だって言ったじゃん。おい、フクロイな。
And I told you I can't because I have club today. Come on, Fukuroi, pack me up here.
逆らうな、もう無理だ。
I wouldn't go that route. It's easier just to give in.
ええ！
What? Yeah, this was definitely Hellgirl's work. All the complexion was gone from Fukuroi's face. He was a man with a demon on his back. Whip at the ready, fully prepared to bring divine punishment upon all who opposed her. He was right. It was easier to just give in.
面白そう。私も行く。
This sounds like fun. Can I join you guys?
おお、手は多いほど良いぞよ。
Oh ho, by all means, the more the merrier. Mitsuki then grabbed the nape of Kirasaki's neck and began dragging him out the door in a decidedly painful-looking manner. He was like a teary-eyed chick caught in the talons of a bird of prey, struggling in vain as he was being carried off to meet his grisly end.
俺生徒会じゃないのに。
You know, I'm not even in the student council. I just loved watching those boys interact with Hellgirl Mitsuki. I couldn't wait to see more. I didn't even care if I had to clean up in order to do it. I was a volunteer after all, so I was pretty much off the hook here. I could follow them at my own pace, no dragging for me. As soon as we left the classroom, though, we ran into Yuya. Or rather, I did, as in I literally ran into him. I wasn't watching where I was going and wound up slamming into him so hard that I fell over. Immediately, he reached out his hand to help me up and asked if I was alright. Now that's a white knight if I've ever seen one. What a fun evening this would be. I imagined it ending with me lying in bed dreaming of Yuya's perfect face inching ever closer to me, or to mine, but instead... Oh, you're the one who's got a crush on Yuya. I didn't recognize the name, so I forgot who she was. Oh, no, that's Emmy. That's why. Okay, never mind. That's okay. Are you okay, Toko? Yeah. It'll be alright. You'll feel better once you get it all out. Book of Shadows, Episode 7, Tooth. Fun! Was I right? I guess I feel a little better. That's good. Are you okay to head back and rejoin the others then? Yeah. Oh, okay, and we're right into search mode. Okay, oh, I think my brightness on my computer is down. It is. Alright, is there a body in here? Last time I had to go back because there was a body in the stall that I missed. The stall doors seem to be stuck and absolutely will not open anymore, but I was just in there. Maybe the lock somehow got jammed when I left? Okay. Oh, haha, see? There's a body. It's a half-decomposed corpse. Unfortunately, it's too far gone to determine age or gender. But there's still a fully intact student ID name tag lodged between two bones, identifying these as the remains of a teenage girl. Yeah, I could tell by the skirt. I don't know why you said you couldn't tell. Kamashido Trade School, Tomomi Morinaga. Oh, sorry. Oh, wrong button. Okay, this one. Alright, pretty straightforward. We're in the upstairs girls' or bathroom area. Oh, shoot, they're right there. Oh no, not the video game lover. That's what you get for having more than one girlfriend. It hurts! It hurts!
Ryosuke!
Ryosuke! No, I'll bet it hurts real bad.
膝と大腿部の関節を縛った。出血は抑えられるはずだ。
I've tied up your knee and thigh joints. That should help stop the bleeding. So like a tourniquet? Is that what you do? You tie the joints?
足も持ってきてるから心配するな。
We've got your leg right here, so don't worry about that. Oh, his whole leg is gone. Okay. We were in an old-fashioned, run-down, and probably condemned school building. None of us knew how we got here, nor even where here was. I just emerged from the girls' room with Emmy after losing my lunch, where Yuya, Okawa, Katayama, and Shimada were waiting. The whole hallway was an absolute bloodbath after what had happened. Poor Katayama walked into some kind of booby trap, and half of his right leg was lopped off from the knee down. It looked excruciating. Oh, the wires? How is somebody supposed to handle a situation like this? Why did this have to happen at all? It hurts.
なんなんだよこの学校。 なんで罠とか仕掛けてあるんだ。つうかどこだよここ。ふざけんなよ。
The fuck is wrong with this school? Why would there be traps set up in here? Where the hell even are we? Feels like somebody's screwing with us.
静かにしてよ。涼介大怪我してんだぞ。
Keep quiet! Ryosuke has been very badly injured!
あ？なんだおい。やんのかこれ。
Huh? How's your problem? You steppin'?
やめて。
Stop it, please! This is what tagging along with Mitsuki and the others got me. I thought it was going to be a laugh riot, and at first it was great. We all went to the student council room where we met up with Kariyama, Shimada, and Emi and started cleaning and goofing around. And then when we were done, Emi suggested we all try out this new charm she discovered on the internet. She's nuts for that kind of stuff. She took out this simple white paper doll, and we were all kind of fascinated. So we did as we were instructed, and then suddenly everything went dark. There was a violent shaking, and then we were here, in this old schoolhouse. No explanation.
とにかく出ようよここ。
We just need to get out of here.
みんなで一緒にここを出よう。玄関に行こう。
We need to work together and get out of this horrible place. Let's try to find an exit.
片山は
What about Kariyama?
俺が背負う。
I'll carry him. Yuya. Yuya was so kind. You can always count on boys in times like these. Still, there was a potential problem with this course of action.
待って。
Wait!
でも今みたいな罠とかさあったら危ないよ。人を背負ってたらとっさに動けないし。
What if there are more traps? If you're carrying someone piggyback, you won't be able to react quickly enough to avoid them.
だけど
But
だからまずは外までの道の安全を確保してから片山くんを連れに戻ってきた方がいいと思うんだ。
I know, we have to. What I'm thinking is, we find a way out to ensure the road between here and there is safe, then come back for Kariyama.
賛成だ。
I'll agree to that. Ooh, I like his necklace.
そっか。
Yeah.
涼介大丈夫だぞ。お前を置いてったりしないな。
Ryosuke. Don't worry, we won't leave you behind. We won't, will we? Why don't some of you stay with him to make sure that he doesn't get killed while we're gone? Okawa was in a state of absolute panic. He just kept muttering to himself and Katayama's side. The two of them had always been extremely close. It's only natural he'd be worried, though his concern kind of bordered on obsession. Dude, he is not fit for this kind of situation.
じゃあ誰が行くの？通路を歩いてるだけでいきなり足が切り飛ばされるんだよ。
But, who's going to go? We could lose our own legs in the blink of an eye just walking around in here.
お前今玄関行こうっつったじゃねえか。行ってこいよ。
You're the one who said we should find an exit in the first place, so you go. Shimada practically spit his answer at her. I hate people like him. Sure, he had a pretty face. That's basically all he had, though. People like him pose as models in men's journals, but they're not good for much else. He got a lot of girls, too, but I'm not one of them. I can never get past his awful attitude. It's such a huge turnoff for me when guys act that way. Not that I don't admire speaking with confidence, of course. I try to do it myself whenever I can. But there's a difference between speaking forcefully and speaking in a way that belittles others. Shimada was basically just cold and uncaring.
私が行くよ。言い出すっぺだし。
I'll go. I'm the one who suggested separating after all.
どこ？
俺も行こう。
I'll go too.
ゆうや。
What a difference. Like night and day. Kind of thoughtful people like him. Kind, thoughtful people like him don't make flippant remarks, they just man up and get stuff done. I was crushing on him harder than ever, because now, not only did I think he was both cool and hot, but I also gained a lot more respect for him.
大人数で行く必要はない。行くならあと一人くらいだ。どうする？
There's no need for everyone to go. One more person should be plenty. Any takers? I'm going to assume it's the redhead. Dead silence. No volunteers, huh? Everybody just looked at one another, then looked away as if they were ashamed of themselves.
俺はどうしよう、涼介。寂しいよな。
What do I do, Ryosuke? You'll be lonely here all by yourself, won't you? Well, yeah, if you go, though, he won't be all by himself. It'll just be 3 and 3. He was frantically shifting his gaze from one person to another. I'd never seen him so on edge before. Finally, the silence was broken by a loud, shrill male voice. Definitely not whom I would have picked.
くそ、俺が言ってやるよ。お前はここにいろ。
Ah, god damn it, fine. I'll go. You stay here. I knew it.
いいの？女子の桐崎さんが行くって言ってるのに。俺。
Are you sure it's okay? Kirisafi said she'd go and she's a girl, so I...
俺が行く。ヘタレはここで待ってろ。邪魔になる。
I said I'm going. You wait here, you good-for-nothing sack. You just get in the way anyway.
わかった。俺は陽介についてる。
Alright. I'll stay here with you, Ryosuke. Good luck.
じゃあ行こう。急がないと片山マジで危ないし。
Come on, let's go. If we don't hurry, Katayama could be in real danger.
瞳子、気をつけてね。
Toko, be careful, okay? I will. Was I scared? You bet I was scared. But in a situation like this, everybody has to work together. And as long as I had any willpower left in me, I wasn't about to give up. Plus, it didn't hurt that Yuya was with me, so I knew everything was going to turn out just fine. Yeah, Yuya's gonna kill you for absolutely sure. Okay, I'm gonna save real quick. Okay. Anybody's in here? No? Oh, wrong button. Okay. It's been a hot minute. The boys' room is completely boarded up and won't be possible to get inside. Are you sure? You've said that before and it wasn't necessarily true. Okay, fine. There's no body. Okay. Anyone in here? Nope. Moving on. So where's the trap that cut off his leg? I should probably keep an eye out for that. No. Alright, down to the second floor. Nobody's here. Look up, because there might be one up here. Okay. Okay. This way first. Oh, hello. It's a recently deceased corpse, still a bit warm. Based on appearance and uniform, this was most likely a high school boy. There's a student ID name tag on the ground next to him, but is that an alias? A fake ID? The name on the card seems highly suspicious. Kitashiki Industrial High School, Onda 4th Street. Okay. I was thinking maybe if you inspected it more, it would give you more information, but I guess not. Okay, let's go in the classroom. Hello, lady. Oh, isn't that the same one that, what's her name? Oh my gosh. Freaking Morishige was yelling her name not too long ago. Suzumoto. I don't remember her first name right now. But yes, didn't Suzumoto cover her up with the sheet? It's a newly deceased corpse. Based on appearance and dress, she seems to have been female. There's a student ID name tag at her feet. Karasuyama High School, Megumi Onda. Hey, Onda was the first name of the other guy, wasn't it? Okay. Oh, what's that say? How does it feel to be stared? To be scared? Stand. How does it feel to be How does it feel to be stained? The writing is partially erased, making it hard to interpret what it might have said. This door seems like it might just be openable. Ooh. There's a bunch of dishes? They must have been propped against the door. There are wet, bloody prints all over them. It's a little disturbing. The bloody plasticware dishes from the cabinet are all scattered about on the floor now. There doesn't seem to be anything else worthwhile inside. Oh, okay. Anything else? Nothing on the ground? Okay, moving on. Oh, there's a large hole in the floor. It's much too big to jump over. Fine then. I won't go any further down this hall. There's a large hole in the floor here. It's much too big to jump over. I wanted to go upstairs from the other side. That's upsetting. There are letters scratched into the corner of the blackboard, seemingly with fingernails. Do not trust them. They will betray you. The one who volunteered to go will betray you most severely. Do you mean Yuya? Because I suspect Yuya, and but we all technically volunteered to go, so... There's absolutely no scenery outside this window, just pitch blackness, and the window itself isn't budging at all. It simply will not open, no matter how much force is exerted upon it. The cabinet is locked. There appears to be numerous thick books inside. They have titles like The Truth of Ties and A Door Babble Enough to Kill You? What in the world could that last one possibly be about? I'm assuming we have to find a key and unlock it. Oh geez, are we getting darkening? Okay, I can see the overlay. The words "killed before you're killed" are scribbled all over the school flyer. Alright, but no bodies. Are you sure? I guess we'll go down here. It's locked up tight. Looks like we'll have to try somewhere else. Well, those are two doors that are locked, but not affixed to the wall, so the potential to open them is still there. Nobody's in this hallway. Oh, the nurse's room where bad things happen. The word infirmary is written on the plate above the door. Somehow, the room just felt like it would be deserted. I was oddly confident about that. Not sure why I felt that way, to be honest, but for good measure I shouted, "Is anybody in there?" We still hadn't found Mitsuki, after all. I didn't hear her call back, though, so really we had no business in this room whatsoever. Wait, was that a key sticking out of the lock? Who would have locked the door but left the key? What would be the point?
お、なんだこれ。扉に鍵刺さってるぜ。
Whoa, what's up with that? The key's just sitting there.
何してんの？
What are you doing?
中に化け物でもいたら大変だろ。出てこれないようにしてやった。
Hey, there could be boogeymen in there or something, and what would we do? I figure better to lock him in and keep him out of our hair.
その鍵どうするのよ？
And what exactly do you plan to do with that key?
俺が持っとくよっと。
I'm gonna hang on to it, of course.
危ないな、投げないでよ。
Stop tossing it around, that's dangerous.
キャッチうめえだろ。まだ高く投げられるぜ。
Don't you worry, I always catch whatever I throw. Hell, I can go even higher. Honestly. Pain in the ass. Yamato was such a pain in the ass. I really couldn't stand the guy. Why are we down here now? Ha!
しつこい。わかったからやめて。
God, you're persistent. Look, you're very good at throwing and catching, okay? So just stop already.
ここ天井高えな。よし。ふっな。
The ceiling in this place sure is high. Let's see if I can touch it. Allie! Oops.
ああ、どこ行った？
The hell did it go? Well, let's hope we don't need anything in that freaking room now.
まあいいや。知らね。
Whatever. I don't give a shit. And now the infirmary was cut off from us if we needed it. Brilliant. Whoa, we're all the way here now. Stop skipping things. I need to check.
昇降口。昇降口だ。やった。出られる。
Ah, it's an exit. An honest-to-goodness exit. We can finally get out of here. I rushed over to the door, hopeful yet afraid, knowing it might not open, but praying this horrid place would show us at least a little mercy. Gingerly, I raised my hand and pushed on it, and it swung open without even the slightest hesitation. It seemed almost too easy. It was unnaturally dark outside, though, and the rain was coming down so hard that peeking my head out for just a moment left my uniform completely soaked. Shimada pushed past me, throwing the door open even wider with his usual lack of regard for anyone and anything around him. My clothes went from soaked to drenched in a matter of seconds. If I were to actually walk out into it, I felt like I'd drown.
なんだこりゃ。真っ暗だぞ。森？
What is this place? It's way too dark out here. You in a forest, maybe?
ひどい雨。こんな中外に出て行ったら服びしょ濡れになりそう。
It's really coming down. If we went out there in a rainstorm like this, we'd get soaked to the bone.
そりゃ見てみてえな。
I wouldn't mind seeing that look on you.
けど外に出られることは分かったね。片山たち連れに戻ろう。
Anyway, we know we can get outside safely now. Let's go back and get Katayama.
ね、ゆうや。
Come on. Yuya? Despite her having found a way out, Yuya's demeanor hadn't changed a bit. He was standing back by the hall, where he could watch over us while also keeping an eye out for anyone else who might happen by, the model of maturity. Shimada, on the other hand.
頑張れよ。俺はもう出るぞ。
You guys go back if you want, but I'm leaving. What?
こんなわけわかんねえところ、とっとと出るに限るぜ。片山のところになんか戻らねえよ。
I'm not about to stick around in this fucked up place any longer than I have to. Screw the others, I'm out of here.
マジで言ってる？
You can't be serious.
あー、当たり前だバカ。脳なしから順番に死ぬようになってるんだよ。あんな奴ら放っとけよ。
Hell yeah, I'm serious. Those assholes are the ones who chose to stay behind. They're just gonna die one by one, and I say let them.
はあ、びっくり。いいんだこんなやつ。
Didn't think you were quite that callous, but far be it from me to stop you.
よう、桐崎。お前も来いよ。
Say, Kitasaki, you want to come with me? The tone in his voice said it all. He'd hit the ultimate low. After abandoning his friends to save his own hide, he was now basically propositioning me.
お前には死んでほしくないんだ。前から大事に思ってたからさ。
I really don't want to see you die. You've been real precious to me for quite some time, you know. With an obviously rehearsed and truly sickening pickup line. He really was the slimeball to end all slimeballs.
信じらんない。何お前、こっち見んなよ。
Unbelievable! What the hell is wrong with you? Get your eyes off of me, you jackass! I couldn't believe he had the nerve to pull something like this. I felt like that may have been the first time I'd ever truly yelled at someone. I was absolutely livid. And he wasn't even done. No, he still had plenty of salt left to throw in the wound.
うるせえブス調子乗ってんなよ
Oh, shut the hell up, you ugly bitch. Don't go getting the wrong idea.
せっかく行かせてやろうと思ったのによ後悔しろや
I was just trying to be nice and give you a ticket out of this hellhole, but if you don't want it, that's your loss.
死ねえこいつマジ切れる行こうゆうや
You need to die already. This guy's a lost cause. Yuya, let's just go. My head was swimming. I was scared, I was angry, I was sad. Every negative emotion brought to the forefront, and every positive emotion pushed away. I didn't look back. I just turned away from Shimada, walked over to Yuya's side, and continued past him into the hallway. Yuya had been watching all of this unfold from the other side of the room, and for a moment he just stood there, staring blankly at Shimada.
あ何見てんだよ消えろよ能面野郎
Eh? The hell are you looking at? Get out of my sight, you spacey bastard. Shimada then drew a large knife from his breast pocket. Its tip struggled to glisten in the dull light of the room, but it did ultimately succeed. He began waving it around like a dumbass, probably thinking it made him look more menacing.
見ろよこれ昨日買ったんだよ使えそうだろいろいろ
Check it out. Just bought this baby yesterday. Not bad, eh? But I could put it to good use. In a lot of ways.
お前は本当に面白いな
You are an amusing fellow.
あいつ女10人くらいいるんだよ信じられる何が大事に思ってたよ
Does that asshole really have 10 girlfriends? How is that even possible? Yet I'm precious to him somehow. What a crock.
どんだけ女の子バカにしてんのマジ許せない
How low an opinion must he have of women in general to pull crap like that? There's just no excuse. I was indignant. I was fuming. I just kept cursing and mumbling as I fast walked back to the 3rd floor to meet up with the others. And all the while, Yuya was keeping his pace with me, saying nothing at all. Always the model of maturity, always even-tempered. He really was like a rock. Or maybe. Maybe he found my mutterings annoying and was just keeping quiet so I'd do the same. I didn't like the possibility one bit, so I mentally slapped myself on the cheek, forced positivity into my voice, and tried to engage him in a cheery banter.
ゆうやはその点誠実だよね女の子傷つけたこと一回もないでしょ
You're a far better man than he is, Yuya. You've never said or done anything to hurt a lady, right?
超モテるのに悪い噂聞いたことないもんある意味すごいよ
I mean, I know you've got a lot of women falling for you, but I've never once heard a single bad rumor about you from any of them. It's kind of amazing. I looked him square in the eyes, as if asking him, isn't that right? And for a moment his eyes did meet mine, but then they went right back to the hall. Was he not used to receiving compliments from women? That seemed hard to believe.
よくわからない
I'm not sure what you mean. What a cute, innocent response. I must have come across as bipolar to him or something. One second I try to lighten the mood with small talk or compliments. And then I'd start to feel scared at this school again, or angry at Shimada, or sad for Katayama. My mind just couldn't make up its mind what to feel. Toko? Emmy? Isn't anyone there?
美月だよね今の声下の階だ
Mitsuki. That was Mitsuki, wasn't it? It was coming from downstairs. Mitsuki's voice echoed up from below, but our friends were waiting for us above. For a moment, I wasn't sure which direction to go, but only for a moment. The fact is, our friends were very, very close. So close that it would be foolish not to tell him that what was going on before chasing after Mitsuki.
急ごう。エミや片山たち連れてみんなで下に行こうよ。
Come on, we need to check in with Emmy and the others, then we'll follow that voice downstairs. Yuya just nodded and began running up the stairs, and I was right behind him. I keep expecting you to just turn around and start stabbing people.
お待たせ。出口見つかったよ。さあ、みんな行こう。
Sorry it took so long. We found an exit. Come on, we have to get moving. I was out of breath, staring down at the ground and talking to what I assumed would be 3 very attentive friends. But then I looked up. They were all there, but there was no immediacy or no urgency on anyone's face. Emmy and Okawa weren't even looking at me, nor at Yuya, but at Katayama. They were fixated on his face, and each bore a sad, hopeless, empty expression, and they certainly weren't about to get moving. There was a general heaviness in the air. Something was very wrong. I gently reached out my hand and touched Emmy's shoulder.
どうしたの？
What's going on?
どこ？ダメ。片山くん、どんどん衰弱してる。
Toko, Katayama's getting weaker. He's not gonna make it.
涼介、喋らなくなったよ。どうしよう。涼介。
Ryosuke, why won't you talk to me? Say something, please. Ryosuke. Emmy's eyes were filled with tears. Okawa, too, was cradling Katayama's head, and he looked like he'd been crying this whole time. His eyes were bright red and his nose was running. Yuya, still saying nothing, just walked over to Katayama's side, bent down, and began examining his wound.
ゆうや。
Yuya,
急いだ方がいい。
we need to hurry. The 4 of us silently but unanimously agreed that our best course of action was to pick up Katayama and bring him out through the exit we discovered. And we'd had to be very, very quick about it, or he really would die. I could tell just by looking at him that his time was almost up.
木上くん、背負える？
Kizami, can you carry him?
あ、背に乗せるのを手伝ってくれ。
Yeah, I could use your help getting him up on my back, though.
涼介、頑張れ。みんなが助けてくれるぞ。
Ryosuke, hang in there. We'll save you. As this was all going on, I had that nagging feeling like I was forgetting something. Of course! Mitsuki! We had to go find her. We couldn't just leave her behind after all.
ゆうや、どうしよう。私、2階ちょっと見てきていい？美月の声が気になるんだ。遠くに行っちゃったら。
Yuya, Do you mind if I run downstairs and look for Mitsuki? If she wanders too far, she might... He didn't even have to say anything this time. His eyes told me the whole story. Got it. I know I can trust you with this task, they said. And that was enough for me. I shot off down the hall like a bullet. I was determined to find Mitsuki and rejoin everyone en route. I hurried down to the second floor. But Mitsuki's voice was coming from even further down. I'd have to keep going to the first floor ahead of the others. Oh, okay, we're back into search mode. Okay, have things changed? I'm gonna save. Okay, do I have to, like, re-go through all of the rooms again? Or will things be the same? I wish you would tell me. I'm assuming they're gonna be the same, but I also don't want to miss anything. There's a hole there. I know Yuya was with us the whole time. I don't trust that he didn't kill someone behind my back. Plus, it's always good to double check in case I did miss someone. And you're still the same. Okay. Alright, you're the same. Okay, nothing on the floor. The door is closed up tight, it won't even budge. You see, that one won't open. Let's see if the lab will open yet. Oh, okay. No bodies. Nope. Anyone around? No one in the windows hanging from the ceiling. No one. Okay. So far, so good. Just quickly check that there's no one on this. Oh, I can only go up and down. Okay, no one there. Well, I know that Yuya kills Mitsuki, so I'm curious as to... Oh, I don't think you were there before. Oh, I haven't seen this yet, that's why. There's a thoroughly decomposed corpse here. The name on its name tag sounds male, but it's a little hard to tell. Matsukaze Prefectural High School, Motohiro Suzuki. Okay. I'm just looking for Mitsuki right now. There's not really a main objective to go to. Let me see where the door is locked. Yeah, the door leading out of this covered hall walkway is frozen in place, as if it's just a decoration on the wall. It can't be opened. Okay, there's no one here. Okay. Okay. Is that guy still gonna, is Shimada still gonna be there, or is he gonna have left? Is his body gonna be in the entranceway? I'm curious. Okay, he's gone. One way or another, we're going to make it out of this school, all of us together. There's no body, nothing in the cubbies. Okay. I'm gonna go up this hall before I go to the left side.
さっき美月の声が聞こえた場所から考えると、これ以上先だと聞こえないよね。戻ってみよう。
No. If I've got this place mapped out right in my head, I'll just be getting farther and farther from where I heard a voice this way. I should go back. Okay, but there's a body first, so I don't regret coming over here. It's a thoroughly decomposed corpse. Having not gone completely skeletal, it's virtually impossible to determine age or gender. Fortunately, the deceased's name tag seems to have survived and identifies him as a male student from the trade school. Komashiro Trade School Toru Takahashi. Sorry. I have issues with certain pronunciations. Alright, go this way now.
さっき美
What?
月の声が聞こえた場所から考えると、これ以上先だと聞こえないよね。戻ってみよう。
Which way is back? Oh, there's no body. It's a half-decomposed corpse. Though kind of hard to tell, it appears to be the remains of a female senior high school student. She still seems to be loosely gripping her student ID name tag in one of her hands. Hirashiki Industrial High School, Leona Omura. Okay, you're the only one here? Yeah, I don't know where to go now. If I can't... Are you sure? I can't go this way? I don't... Okay. Back up? But you said she was on the first floor. If I kept running in circles like this, I'd never find her. I was in a state of panic, and I was allowing it to steer my path. Yeah, I noticed. I can't go anywhere. You won't let me. Frustrated with the situation and with myself for choosing to give up and head back empty-handed, I forced myself to stop and turn. I was going to do what I should have done in the first place, call out Mitsuki's name with everything I had in me and hope she responded.
みつきどこ
Mitsuki! Mitsuki, where are you?
みんないるよ
We're all here! No answer. Just the cold, lonely sounds of rain and wind bearing down on this old, dilapidated building. This may have been a fairly large school, but sound traveled well in here. If she were anywhere in this hallway, I'm sure she would have heard me. And if she were just here only minutes ago, she definitely should have been around now. Could something have happened to her?
みつき
Okay, so what do I do now? Now can I go up the hall? Or do I go back upstairs? What's the objective here? No, okay, so you just don't want me to go any further. Alright, guess we're going upstairs. It's the only place I can think of to go. Look up, no bodies. Wouldn't be surprised if Yuya's done something by now. Okay. Now that I'm remembering, I don't know if we've checked all these hallways. I think I just did on the way down though, so we should be good. I'm just being thorough. Still not gonna open. Okay. Another body? No? Okay. Nope. Gonna check the classrooms again just to be safe. Because you never know. No, nothing new. Okay. This is where that boy was, right? Yeah. With the fake name. You're here. Nothing else is new. Okay. What? Is that a What do I do? What am I supposed to do? If I look at him, he's gonna get me. The only room I didn't check out again was the exit, so guess I'll do that. Oh, thank God. Okay, I was about to say there was nothing. What the hell was that? What had just appeared in front of me? It's a ghosty you. From the looks of it, you're another victim dragged here against your will, no? Is he talking? I can't hear any voice clips. Well, if I tell you now, there's no escape from this. Well, I'll tell you now, there's no escape from the school. There's nothing to be gained here but despair. Though, if you've got an iron will, you might be able to survive for a little while at least. Here, you should have this. It'll help keep the wandering spirits at bay. It only works once. So take it. Get out there and fight like hell. Stay alive as long as you possibly can. Oh, why thank you. The spirit vanished, but lying on the floor below where it had been was a gemstone. Specifically a violet-colored gemstone, probably an amethyst. So I can use that to keep the wandering spirits at bay at all time, huh? I guess he meant the full-body ones, or it would have kept him at bay too. Either way, with this gem I feel like I could actually get back to my friend safely. I was as hopeful as one could expect, all things considered. Acquired amethyst. Of course, he also said there was no escape from here, but it was my prerogative to believe what I wanted to believe and ignore what I wanted to ignore. Fair enough. The save. Alright, whoops, wrong way. Okay. Back up to Ryuk? Ryoku? I think it's Ryoku? I can't remember. Okay. I'm gonna save again. Okay. It appears to be the ghost of a young boy. Okay, I'm gonna try to sneak past first and get the bad end. Got you. Oh, that's it? There's no cutscene? Okay. I can live with that. Wrong end. Chapter 7, wrong end 1. Alright, use the amethyst. I held the amethyst in front of me and approached the spirit. And incredibly, it actually worked. But the ghost and the gem faded and disappeared. The stairwell was now free to be traversed.
Emi! 大丈夫さっきまでそこに幽霊みたいなのがいてさ
Emi, are you okay? It was like a ghost at the bottom of the stairs.
みんなは早く片山連れて出よう
Where's everyone else? Come on, we have to get Katayama situated and get out of here. Emi's face was absolutely wrecked with tears, and she was shaking her head violently. She wanted to tell me something, but words just weren't coming. I had a really bad feeling about this. I ran past her to the bathrooms where Katayama was being lifted into Yuya's shoulders when I left. Why? Katayama was back on the floor right where we'd set him down when this whole ordeal began. Why wasn't he on Yuya's shoulders? What was going on? I had an inkling, but I didn't want to believe it, so I pushed it out of my mind.
みんな何してるの
Yuya, what are you all still doing here?
早く片山連れてかなきゃ
We need to get Katayama ready to go.
前に会わなかったよ
He did make it. What?
さっき瞳子が降りた後すごい声を上げてそのまま
Right after you left, he let out a huge scream and then he just went limp. No. I didn't know what else to say. A person had just died, and not some stranger, but a person I knew. A friend. It was a strange feeling. I kept looking at him and thinking, is he really dead? Is this really what a person looks like when he dies? Seeing him like that drained every last bit of energy I had in me. I fell to my knees, thoroughly defeated. Okawa says he isn't moving from Kariyama's side. So what are we supposed to do now? Emmy and I couldn't stay near the body. We'd gone down to the second floor, where we'd picked a corner and just stood there, trying to recompose ourselves. Yuya elected to stay with Okawa on the third floor, I guess to try to break in from his chakra and help put some distance between him and Kariyama. None of this felt real, or maybe I just didn't want it to be real. It was a nightmare. It had to be. I'd just sit up in my bed, and it would all be over. Why did this have to happen?
冷めないね。おかしいな。
I'm not waking up. I don't get it.
冷めないの。さっきから夢だと思うとしてるんだけど。
I'm not waking up. I keep trying to tell myself this is all just a dream, but...
どこ
My energy was waning again. I sank to the ground, landing on my knees. Hemi followed my lead and put an arm around me for comfort. A friend had just died. He just died. God, why? Hemi and I looked at each other. We both heard them, footsteps coming down the hall. It was too dark to make out who it was, but the gate was decidedly male. The two of us slowly and quietly rose to our feet, hid around the corner and peeked out, both terrified and curious as to whom or what we might see. There, at the end of the hall, the figure finally came into view. It was a tallish man, unsteadily teetering as he slowly strode towards us. It was Shimada, drenched from head to toe.
島田くん。
Emmy shot forward, intending to run towards him, but I grabbed her arm and held her back without even thinking about it. She turned and looked at me with a puzzled expression.
あいつ、私無理。
I can't handle him.
まさか、なんかされたの？
What? Don't tell me he did something to you.
うん。
No.
よかった。こんな時だし、起こったことだけでも伝えておかないと。
Thank goodness. At times like these especially, we really need to keep each other in the loop about everything that happens. She looked back at me again as she said this, staring right into my eyes in an almost disciplinary manner. It was the perfect guilt stare. I couldn't help but succumb to it, feeling bad for not having filled her in about the Shimada incident. Yeah. Shimada continued his slow, wet walk down the hall. Then, all of a sudden, for no discernible reason, he simply fell forward, landing hard on his knees. Something was wrong with him, and while I loathed the man, I didn't want to see him suffer. Emmy and I both poised to rush to his aid. When other figures randomly began appearing all around him, figures of children, blue and ethereal, shimmering with their own light. What are they? We could barely even see Shimada from our vantage point anymore, as his body was obscured almost completely by the backs of these ghost children. He wasn't moving though, so it didn't seem like they were doing anything to him. But then, he wasn't moving at all, which seemed highly suspicious. It occurred to me that maybe we should try to save him. I inched forward. He was still in exactly the same position he had been when he fell to his knees. He literally hadn't moved at all. Was he unconscious? Emmy and I looked at one another and nodded. It was a silent signal to move forward and do whatever we could to help. The children vanished as we approached, revealing a horrific sight. Shimada's stomach had been flayed wide open. He was dead. The knife he'd flaunted earlier was jutting from the wound. It was an almost ceremonial death, like that of a samurai who'd thrown himself on his sword. No! No! What? Where are those children? How should I know? And they might still be nearby. Kizami, it's horrible. Shimada is... Yuya, who'd presumably rushed down to see what was wrong, calmly walked over to Shimada's body. He was checking for signs of respiration or pulse. He turned back to face us again a moment later, and his facial expression said it all. Shimada really was dead. I was beginning to lose it. I just couldn't take any more of this. My friend and acquaintances were dying one by one. I guess I should say had died, but it didn't seem like it was over, not by a long shot. This is bad. There's something in here with us. Something that's trying to kill us. Hell, it was doing more than trying. It had already succeeded twice over. I was scared. I was paranoid. I was shaking and crying and screaming inside. I was deathly afraid that something else would show up. And then it did. It was a little girl in a red dress, standing between us and the third-floor staircase. I couldn't make out the expression on her face through her bangs, but I could literally feel the hatred in her eyes as she stared into our souls. Then, she turned around and slid up the staircase into the third-floor hallway. What's... Hemi was turned the other way, so she hadn't seen the girl at all. She eventually followed our gazes, but by that time, the girl was gone. She looked confused. That particular apparition looked a lot different than the other ghosts I'd seen, but there was still no doubt in my mind. She was definitely a ghost. What do we do about Okawa? We have to get him. We have to get out of this school, now! I'll go calm him down. Wait! Yuya, I'll come with. It could be dangerous. You wait here. Dangerous? Well, that is the direction the girl in the red dress went, and I guess Yuya didn't want me to be put in harm's way. I nodded and watched his back recede into the darkness as he chased after Emmy. Pull yourself together. Pull yourself together, Toko. You know what they say? No weapon can pierce a calm heart. So, what's the most important thing right now? was going on? Why was Emmy screaming? I could hear voices now. Emmy and Okawa were having a heated argument.
無理よ、置いて逃げなきゃ捕まるわ。
That's not possible. We have to leave him and run. We'll get caught if we don't.
こいつを置いていけないだろう。早く病院へ連れて行かなきゃ。
No, we can't just leave him behind. We have to take him to a hospital.
もう死んでるわ。
But he's dead.
死んでない。
No, he's not.
死んでる。
He's dead.
死んでない。
He's
死ん
not.
でないんだ。
Can't be. Leave him and run? We'll get caught? That ghost girl must have been pursuing them.
大変だ。行かなきゃ。
This is bad. I have to go help them. What the?
人殺し。
Katayama's body was sprawled unceremoniously on the landing halfway up to the 3rd floor, along with Okawa. At the top of the stairs stood Emmy, and in front of her, Yuya, with an imposing scowl on his face. I didn't understand any of this. What had just happened? Emmy let out another scream and came running towards me down the stairs. Okawa then seemed as if he'd fallen over and broken his arm. He was lopsidedly crawling towards me. It was almost as if he were trying to distance himself from Yuya.
人殺し。人殺し。
Murderer! Murderer! I ran to the base of the stairs to meet up with Emmy. I needed some sort of context here.
エミ、何、どうしたの？
Emmy, what happened? What's going on?
逃げろ。逃げろ。殺されるぞ。
Run! Run away! You'll be killed!
キサミ君が蹴り落としたの。急に。
Kisami kicked him down the stairs, out of the blue. What? I glanced up at Yuya, but his face was shrouded in darkness. I couldn't make out any expression at all. Okawa seemed to have reached his breaking point. He shot to his feet and took off behind me towards the 2nd floor as fast as he could. Yuya kicked Okawa down the stairs? Why?
嘘でしょ。
Yuya, it's not true, is it? Slowly he walked down to the landing. He was neither concerned nor scornful. His face was a blank slate. As soon as he reached my level, he bent down and began fiddling with Katayama's body. Raising the arms and then letting them drop, wiping blood from the ears and nose, and then looking at it as if studying a specimen under a microscope. What the hell? He was enjoying this. I finally got to see an emotion written clearly on his face, and it was elation? How was this not some crazy dream? Tears began spilling from my eyes like water. I was shocked, confused, and I don't even know what else. Toko, get away from him! Hurry! God, no! Emmy and I found ourselves standing in front of the door to the school infirmary. Shimada took the key and lost it, so this room is no good.
こんなとこ逃げ込んで、もし見つかったら終わりだよ。
If we hid in a place like that, we'd be sitting ducks anyway. We need to go further down, to the first floor. Poor girl was frantic. I can't say I blamed her, but, well, something about this whole situation didn't feel right to me.
やっぱり私信じられない。
Emmy, I'm still not sure we need to run.
何が
Huh? What?
ユウヤがあんな優しいユウヤがひどいことするなんて。
I just don't believe Yuya, kind, sweet Yuya, would be capable of something like that.
だって本当に蹴り落としたのよ。
But he really did kick him down the stairs. It happened.
大川を信じられないよ。
He kicked Okawa? How can that possibly be true?
じゃあ勝手にすればいいよ。もう
Fine, do what you want then. I don't care anymore. With that, Emmy pushed me out of the way and ran past me towards a stairwell leading to the first floor.
エミ知らない。私のこと嘘つきだって言うんでしょ。
I have nothing more to say to you. You wouldn't believe me anyway since you're so convinced I'm lying. And off she went. I was now separated from every one of my friends, but was I really in danger? I mean, I was, but from Yuya? It just didn't seem right. Or, more likely, I didn't want it to be. I wanted to believe that this was all a misunderstanding. My legs were shaking and my head was swimming. I just stood there, unsure of where I should go or what I should do. And then there he was, right behind me. And in his hands was Shimada's huge knife, the one that was last seen jutting from Shimada's stomach. It was still dripping with blood. This definitely made matters more complicated. How could I doubt Yuya's guilt when he was holding something like that? Why did he even have it? How could he possibly bring himself to pull a knife from his friend's lifeless corpse? But I wasn't going to run. I turned around and I braced myself. I opened my mouth, intent on discussing this rationally. If I ran away now, I felt like this would all be over. There would be nothing left to save, no one left to trust. But what could I possibly say to him? Why did you do it? I'm pretty sure he's alright.
ユウヤ信じられないよ。どうして。
Yuya, I can't believe you're capable of this. Why? Why did you do it? My body was still visibly shuddering and my voice was breaking. I'd unconsciously taken an accusatory tone with him, which was not at all what I wanted, but it was too late to take it back now. I'd hoped he didn't notice, but he did. As soon as the word why slipped from my lips, his eyes glazed over. It was as if all the warmth and compassion I'd seen there before was tapped and drained, leaving behind nothing more than an empty container.
お前もか。
You too, huh?
同じだな。
You're the same as them. Then he just started muttering to himself, and slowly walked right past me, as if I weren't even there.
ユウヤ待ってよ。何持ってるのそれ。
Yuya, wait! Why is that in your hands?
使えそうだ。いろいろ。
I thought I could put it to good use, in a lot of ways.
やめて捨ててよ。
Stop this! Get rid of that thing! No, I couldn't let this go on. I grabbed him by the arm and just clung to him, putting my full weight on his body to keep him from going any farther down the hallway. He was at a crossroads, about to walk down a path of no return, and I wasn't going to lose the kind, considerate Yuya I'd fallen for. Unfortunately, the only tools I had at my disposal for stopping him were my feelings, and those just weren't going to be enough. I was so startled that it took me a moment before I'd even figured out what happened.
同じだ。ここでは。
It's the same in here, you know. That was the first time in my entire life that I'd ever been punched in the head, and he put everything he had into it.
この学校に殺されるのも。
Getting killed by the school. I couldn't focus. My brain was still rattling inside my skull from the impact.
俺に殺されるの。
Or getting killed by me. The world was spinning. I looked up at him with spasmodic, twitchy, tear-filled eyes. There was no sign of remorse or compassion whatsoever. He looked like a feudal warrior clutching his sword and staring down at his enemy. The area all around my eye was throbbing. It hurt so badly and felt so swollen and sore. I couldn't even imagine what it must have looked like. And he wasn't done with me. He got in closer and closer, grinning unnaturally as he raised his fist for a second strike. Let's test this out on you, shall we? You can be the first. I was running on pure instinct and adrenaline at this point. I shot to my feet and just forced them to carry me to safety. Just somewhere. Anywhere. He was going to kill me. He was really going to kill me. God. I felt something rattling around uncomfortably inside my mouth, so I spit it out into my hand. It was white. And single. A single white tooth with blood-red highlights at its root. That maniac had actually knocked out one of my teeth. And that is why the episode is called Tooth. God, my tooth. He was there, just behind me. I panicked, tripping over my own feet and stumbling to the ground on the landing between the first and second floor. I'd fallen on my backside, dropping my tooth on the ground next to me. I began slinking away from the encroaching figure of Yuya Kazami. Save me! Somebody! Anybody! God, please! No! No! I was scooting backwards across the floor, too stiff, sore, and scared to stand, but then my hand brushed across something small and metallic. A key! Ah, it's the infirmary key that Shimada lost! Even with my hand right over it, I was shaking so badly that I could barely work my fingers to get a grip. It was the most frustrating feeling in the world, and for a few seconds that felt like hours, I just kept trying in vain to pick up that damn key. Finally, I slipped my finger through the ring. I had it. This was my one and only chance. Scrambling to my feet, I somehow slipped past Yuya and ran back up to the second floor as fast as I could force my shaky legs to carry me. I had the key. I could lock myself in. I could hide in the infirmary. Kazami didn't pursue. Not right away. He just stood there, staring. Staring at the tooth that I dropped on the ground. Staring intently, as if trying to make out what he was seeing.
Haka.
Her tooth? Ew! What are you doing, dude? You're chewing on her... Dude. I know you're messed up, but this is just... That's gross. Okay, the sound can stop. Thank you. Yep, yep, great. Oh, can we be done? Why is he chewing on a tooth? He doesn't need to chew on the tooth. Did you just swallow it? What the fuck? Why? There didn't seem to be any way to lock the door from the inside. I needed to find a hiding place before Yuya showed up. The corner of the room? Under the bed, maybe? I was scanning every inch of the room as quickly as possible, sizing up my surroundings. My eyes stopped on one of the medicine shelves.
ハサミが置いてある。
Scissors! There are scissors in there! It felt like such a revelation, like the answer I was looking for, but what was I going to do with scissors? Was I going to fight? Fight who? Yuya? I wouldn't stand a chance. I decided to leave them there. I stepped back and crouched down behind the partitioning screen that was set up in the middle of the room. Ooh, if you sneak out while he's in, you could lock him in the room. Although I assume you're going to die, like everyone else has. There's a ghost girl in a red dress coming! Hirabe had run back to the bathrooms on the 3rd floor to warn Okawa about the imminent threat that was approaching. Unsurprisingly, he was still crouched on the ground, cradling Katayama's lifeless head in his arms. And he was still stubbornly insistent that if he were to leave that spot, he'd have to carry Katayama with him. That's not possible! We have to leave him and run! We'll get caught if we don't! No, we can't just leave him behind! We have to take him to a hospital! But he's dead! No, he's not! He's dead! He's not! He can't be. What a stubborn, foolish man. I'd had enough. I decided I'd rip Katayama's body from Okawa's arm and kick it down the stairs. It made one hell of a thud when it hit the landing, but he was already dead, so what did it matter? As long as it helped get Okawa moving, I didn't care. See? Look, he's dead, so get your ass off that floor and run.
目を覚ませ。片山はもう死んでいる。早くここから逃げるんだ。
Open your eyes. Katayama is dead. We have to get out of here now. Urabe was looking at me, and then at Katayama's body, and then back at me as if she couldn't make up her mind which was more interesting. But why was she looking at me? Did I have something on my face? Okawa, on the other hand, was focused squarely on Katayama. He was trembling all over, but I thought he finally understood. Then he turned towards me. He yelled like a madman and ran down the stairs towards his friend's body. He wasn't exactly in his right mind, however, so those last few steps didn't quite go as planned. He tripped and fell, quite hard, next to Katayama. Murderer! Murderer! Amy, what happened? What's going on? Murderer? Who? Me? I wasn't the one who killed Katayama. Run! Run away! You'll be killed! I see. In here? Getting killed by the school, getting killed by me, are one and the same. We're all gonna die here either way, after all. Wow, so it's Okawa's fault that he went all crazy. He was just trying to open his eyes that friggin' he was dead. 7 Tooth. Ha, an anecdote from Byakuden High. Wow. Okay, well that was chapter 7. Tooth. Oh. Corpse Party. Book of Shadows. Oh, okay. Original work of Corpse Bloody Blood cover Team Gris Gris. Producer Yasuhiko Nomura. There's the voice cast. I'm not going to be able to read that fast enough. More voice casts. All of them did a really good job. More voice casts, also having done amazing jobs. Oh, yeah, Yoshi and Sachiko are voiced by the same girl. I didn't know that. Okay, scenario writers. Game programmers, script writers, the director is Takuya Nishimura, and the main illustrator is Nino. Graphics artists, Sekuya Kamashiro, animation art studio Jack, sound producer, recording, music, sound effects, opening movie designer. Opening theme, Hana no Saku Bashu, where the flowers bloom. Ending theme, Pandora Night, okay. Insert theme, Twinkle Girls, and Shangri-La. Public relations, business managers, general producers, executive producer. I could have read those, whatever. North American localization, graphic support, Poppyworks, XC Games, Marvelous USA Incorporated. Productions assistant, technical lead, programmer, localization editor, and localization leads. Localization, okay. Anyway, I enjoyed the game. But I'm pretty sure there's still one more chapter that I haven't played yet, because I've been told there was 8, and I haven't done the 8th one yet. So, we're gonna wait and see how that produces itself. Team Griskus, 5PB, and Mages, the live-powered in games. Chapter 7 cleared. Prologue, Blood Drive. Chapter is now playable. See, there it is. Okay, so the next video will be Blood Drive, and then we'll be done. So, see you in the next video. Tomokazu Sugita, Yumi Igarashi, Seiko Yoshida, Satomi Moriya. Soulful testimonies unlocked in bonus menu.